I dropped Hajimete no gal, and I believe the English translation is my first girlfriend is a gal. I think that's what it is. Um, I don't know why I read this, to be honest. I watched the anime, and I kind of liked it. The anime was like, it was very low budget, and it was honestly very average, but it's one of those things where I just kind of liked it. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna check out the manga, because obviously the manga is further than the anime. I got 117 chapters in. I'm gonna be honest. Don't bother with the manga. Watch the anime. Note that the anime is very much average. The anime is not anything to be spectacular about. I wouldn't even put it in the approved category. I'd put it at your own risk category. But as far as the manga goes, so you have our main boy, Junichi, right? And him and his friends are basically like the loser otakus. One of them is a lolicon, and the joke is that, they're constantly gonna call the police on him. It's kind of weird. Um, Either way, Junichi loses like a bet or something, and so he has to go confess to this gal named Yukana, and basically he confesses to her, and he's like, "I'll just confess to her, embarrass myself, and walk away." But it turns out Yukana is like, "Okay, fine, we'll go out," and then they become boyfriend and girlfriend. But coincidentally, at the same time when Junichi starts getting attention, there's other girls in his class and other girls in his life, such as like a younger girl named Nene and another fellow classmate named Yui, who like they like him, but they like him in a sense that like they want to control him, not necessarily like a well, maybe it is a bit more like there's some pure love at the same time with the Yui character. It very much is like a you're my dog and I own you kind of thing. So, I mean, there's that. But basically the series just follows this new couple and they're like slowly progressing, and I mean very very slowly progressing relationship. Him and Yukana, they do end up kissing, they do end up going on dates, but like it's very slow, and it's revealed that like Yukana is like a very say so girl, I guess you could say, a very pure girl who has no experience doing anything, which is supposed to be like the twist where it's like, oh, look at this gal, you expect her to have like tons of boyfriends and tons of experience, but it turns out she actually has no experience, and she's very shy, and she's very easy to blush and like freak out about stuff. But the main thing, way into the future, like way chapters into the future, the main conflict is that Yukana basically wants to become like a not a dessert chef, like a pastry chef, I guess you could say, and she has an opportunity to study abroad, and that's where the main drama comes from. Is that she's gonna go abroad. Will her and Junichi still be in a relationship? The problem being is that as soon as this gets introduced, like 30 chapters later, we're still having the same conversation of like, when is she gonna tell him? Will they still be a couple? Blah, 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 blah. Like, there's very little progress made in these chapters. And the moment that there's something interesting happening, it gets dragged out to all hell. But in these most recent chapters, the school goes on like a school trip. And they do this thing where Junichi and his, harem set, they basically get kidnapped by this lady who loves the love of youth, basically. Like, she loves that young people can be in love and like show affection towards each other. So she kidnaps them, or like traps them kind of, and makes them do like super fan servicey things, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. I was sitting there like, what is the point of this? Like, this is, again, I'm not one, like, don't get me wrong. You're probably listening to this saying, like, oh, Ramwick brother, stop being such a pansy. But, like, look, I can appreciate some fan service every now and then, right? I can appreciate some just degenerate garbage, all right? Believe me, I can stomach it. Sometimes it's like, you know what? You just want to see some anime titties and some anime ass. I get it. But like when it's out of nowhere and it makes you feel kind of just like, what are you doing to these characters? Like, it's gross. I just don't like it. And that's very much where this series was heading, is that it was just becoming a fan service manga, panty shots, characters blushing and going, stop, don't do it. And it's kind of like, This is not what this series is supposed to be. This series is supposed to be about a guy and a girl becoming boyfriend and girlfriend and trying to keep their relationship together. This isn't about, tentacles and panty shots. Like I'm out. I'm out. Hajimete no Gal, I'm out. It was okay to begin with. I don't know why I kept writing it. I got 117 chapters in. I should have stopped at 40. Should have stopped at 30. Who knows? I don't even remember the beginning because it was so boring. Do not bother reading this. The art is okay. The story is pretty non-existent. It does nothing. Therefore, Hajimete no Gal is Rambling Brother disapproved. Do not waste your time.